we were discussing about the 5 yajnas, Pancha Mahayajnas. Brahma Yajna, Deva Yajna, Pitri Yajna, Atithi Yajna, and lastly Bali Vaishwa Deva Yajna. These are the 5 yajnas. So the first one we discussed was Atithi Yajna. That was over.
Yeah.
And the previous session we discussed about this Brahma Yajna and Deva Yajna. And we are left with 2. That is Pitri Yajna and Bali Vaishwa Deva Yajna. Now Pitri Yajna. The meaning of the word Pitri first. It is from the root Pa Rakshane. Pa Rakshane. From that we get the word Pitri. So anyone who protects us, they are all called as Pitri. I have been telling you that the gender to the word is for the word, and it has got nothing to do with the gender of the person or thing referred by that word. This I have been telling again and again. So though it is Pitra, it doesn't mean only male folk who protect us. No. Anyone, maybe male or female, anyone who protect us, they are called as Pitra. And it doesn't mean our father or grandfather are like that. Anyone who protects us is Pitra. Because we have got in use, that is the one who protects the city, a mayor, or the corporators, they are all called as Purapitru. They are referred to as Purapitru. Pura is a town, Pitru is one who protects, who takes care of. It could be anyone, it could be a male or a female. The mayors and the corporators, they are known as Purapitru. It need not be our biological father or grandfather or mother or grandmother like that. No. It's got a wider meaning. But what has happened is, because of this Puranic stories and other things, they have, without any base, they have defined the word Pitra as our parents who are dead. That is how they have mentioned it. But when I say Purapitru, that is like a mayor or a corporator, they are not dead, they are very much alive and they are taking care of the whole city. So there is no element of death in that word Pitru, that we should be very clear. Pitru refers to something which is alive and takes care of anyone. It has got a broad meaning. So speaking of Pitru Yajna, I mean this broadest meaning of the word Pitru and not as prescribed by the Puranic texts. So to take care of them is Pitri Yajna. So there is nothing to do with their death. When they are alive only, we have to perform this Pitri Yajna. That we have to be very clear. Now it's like this. When we were too young, when we were infants, Shaishava is when we were in the stage of Shishu. During that Shaishava, we were not in a position to fend ourselves. We had to depend 100% on someone. Whoever it may be. It could be our father, mother, or it could be any elderly person. They would have taken care of us during that infancy. They would have fed us, they would have protected us, they would have given us all the love and affection, they would have cleansed us every day. Lot of things. I have received a lot of things from them. So we are indebted to them. So this also I have spoken earlier while speaking of this Upanayanam and the sacred thread. So it has got 3 strands where we have to clear ourselves with 3 debts. The first debt with reference to God, the second debt with reference to this Pitru, the third debt to our Acharya. So these are the things what we have got. So this Pitri Yajna is related to that indebtedness to our parents. In a wider sense, those who protect us. When you are too young, when we could not take care of ourselves, we are totally dependent on them. Now, we are grown. We are capable of taking care of ourselves and have the capacity to serve others also. Now, if the parents, that is Pitru, now once again, Pitru we should not understand as only parents. Parents plus anyone who has saved us, protected us. Now, they would have become old now. Now, because they are old, now they are in a position where they need help and assistance and service. Now we have grown. When we were not able to take care of ourselves, they had taken care. Now they need care, they need service. Okay, it's our duty to give it back. So we have to take care of them, we have to serve them, and we have to cater to their needs. Now this is Pitriyajna. Now once again, I emphasize that is when they are alive, when they are alive. Now some people say, yes, we understand our responsibility, we understand our duty, but our working duties, other things are so that we are not able to take care of them straight. So we'll arrange for some maid or maybe some person to take care of them on our behalf and we pay for them. No, this is not allowed. Because any paid person will do the job for the sake of the payment what they get and not out of love. It is we who have received it. So it is our own duty and with our own hands we have to pay it back. So in that service there will be love, affection and gratitude. But if you fix up a person, yes, they do so. I'm not doubtful about it. They do it. But they do it not for sake of love, not for the sake of clearing their indebtedness, but for the sake of the salary what they receive. There's a lot of difference between the two. They have not received anything from them. They are receiving money from me now. Therefore, they are doing their job. But my gratitude is indirectly repaid. That indirect repayment is not permitted. Directly, I myself with my own hands has to serve them and cater to them, whatever they need. This is very important. Then, during this Pitriyajna, what they have defined in the Puranic background is, okay, they are dead. When they are dead, we have to perform so many rites. They call it apara karma. Apara karma. Unfortunately, they also call it as Vaidika karma. No, it's not Vedic. Because such things are not at all prescribed in the Vedas anywhere. But now, that is the usage what they have got. They have to perform so many rites for the benefit of the departed soul. And one word what they use there is Shraddha. Shraddha is the word they use. But as we understand that every Vedic word we go by the root and we try to understand the meaning of that word with that base. Now there in that word Shraddha, there is nothing related to either the Pitru nor their death or something to be front of them. Both things are not at all there in the word Shraddha. How they are understanding Shraddha is Shraddhaya vihitam karyam Shraddham. Shraddhaya vihitam karyam Shraddham. That's all. Any work we do with dedication is Shraddha. Shraddha with Shraddha. How to understand Shraddha? Shrat plus Dha. Shrat iti satyam. Dha is Dudhai Dharana Poshana Yoho. That is holding on to truth and doing things in the truthful way is called Shraddha. Shraddhaya vihitam karyam Shraddham. It's very clear. Any work. It is not at all related to Pitru, it is not at all related to the Pitru who have expired. No. Any work we do is Shraddha. Okay, in the morning we cook food for ourselves and our people. If I do it with love and dedication, that cooking of food is Shraddha. Very simple. I work in the office, fine. If I work in the office with love and affection, with honesty, truthfulness, that working in the office is called as Shraddha. When I say like this, it's a bit difficult for us to understand this because we have been given to understand Shraddha is something performed after the death of our parents. No. It has got a wider connotation, it has got a wider meaning. Any work we do with dedication and honesty is called as Shraddha. So the meaning of the word when I understand is Shraddha, that would be excellent. Okay, this service also what we do to our parents, that is Pitru, when they are alive, also comes under this meaning Shraddha. Fine. But Shraddha doesn't mean only that. That we should be very clear. Then another word which is generally used is Tarpana. Tarpana. Tilodaka, they call it as Tarpana. With Tilodaka. Tila is sesame seed and Udaka is water. So with that, sesame and water, if we give it like this, it is an offering to the departed soul. And they call it as Tarpana or Tilodaka. Now once again, this Tarpana also has no element of the Pitru or their death. It has no meaning in that Tarpana. Tarpana is understood as Trupyate anena iti tarpanam. Trupyate anena iti tarpanam. That is that by which a person is satisfied. Trupti, gets Trupti, is called as Tarpana. That's all. Anything by which a person gets satisfaction, that is called as Tarpana. That action is called as Tarpana. I'm so hungry. Somebody offers me food. I eat food. And now I'm very comfortable. What they have done to me is Tarpana. They have given Tarpana to me. Because of which I'm satisfied now. Anything, any work. We do some work and the other person acknowledges that by what you have done, now I'm satisfied. I'm experiencing Trupti. Then the action what they have done to get them Trupti is called as Tarpana. Over. That's all the meaning of the word. It has got nothing to do with Pitru. It's got nothing to do with their demise. It's not there. Unfortunately, they have restricted the meaning of these two words, Shraddha and Tarpana, into something to be performed after the death of our parents only, not beyond it. But such a meaning is not there either in the word Shraddha or in Tarpana. You should understand it very clearly. So I'm just trying to remove certain confusions that has come in the Puranic adoptions and Puranic following. So once we are clear with this, let me proceed. There is the old Pitru who need our service. We have to give that service out of gratitude and love out of our own hands. This is very important. Okay, we do it. Now, because they refer this Pitru Yajna again and again, that's the Puranic text, as something to be performed after their death, we have to discuss that point also. Okay, as long as they are living with love and gratitude, we serve them. We try to clear our debt to them. So when I'm telling Pitru, it need not be our biological father or mother only. Anyone who has taken care of us when we were infants, anyone, when we were in our childhood. So all of them, they come in the ambit of Pitru. That have to be very clear. So I have to serve all of them. We have to pay back all of them. Then, now they are dead. What is to be done? Now the whole Puranic tale, it starts, do this, do that, and then after their death, on the 8th day you do this, 9th day you do this, 10th day, 12th day, and every month you have to do like this, every year you have to perform this, lot of, a big list, what is to do is given. But a big list is not there in the Vedas, and it is not approved by the Vedas anywhere. Certain things are there, only those things I would like to share with you. So once a person is dead, now what is death? What is death? It says, we are all a combination of Sat, Chit and Sat. Our Sharira, Indriya, Manas is the inner part. And in it is that consciousness, Chetana. So once this Chetana and the Sharira, Indriya, Manas, they come together, Sharira, Indriya, Manas is Jada. Sharira is Jada, Indriya is Jada, Manas is Jada. Now this Jada part comes in contact with the Chetana part and we are alive, we are born. Death means separation of these two, the inner part and the Chetana part. The inner part and the consciousness part is separated, and that we call it as Mrityu. That's what we call it as death. Now this Chetana which has departed, the soul which has departed from this Sharira, Indriya, Manas, its journey continues depending upon its karma when it was alive. Alive means when it was with Sharira, Indriya, Manas. This is very clear. I got several mantras in the Vedas to speak about this. One simple example I will give you, that is that I have discussed already. Swadham anu punar garbhatva merire. Swadham anu punar garbhatva merire. The soul, according to its capacity, according to the result what it will get, because of its actions while it was in the body, it will get into another garbhavasa. It will get into another room which suits it. It could be anything. So its journey in the birth and death cycle continues. It's gone. And where it has to go, how it has to go, when it will go, all these things, it is all beyond our comprehension. Because to comprehend, I need my brain. The capacity of the brain is too limited. It cannot understand it. And it is so subtle. The process is so subtle. We say it is under the cosmic law. It is done. It's not my department. It is not into my comprehension. It's beyond that. It is gone. That much I can say. Now this soul which has left this Sharira, Indriya, Manas will take its own course according to its karma and karma phala. We have no role to play there. Over. It's end of it. Now what is available to us is, what is before us is the dead body. Sharira, Indriya, Manas. Now this dead body is a decaying part. Now we have to take care of it and see that it's disposed well in a healthy way. Otherwise, its decaying will cause a lot of diseases, lot of distress, because it will attack, the dead body will attack a lot of microorganisms and starts decaying and decomposing. Because of which, the whole environment will be polluted. So I have to take care of it as early as possible and dispose it off in a safe and healthy way. So how to do it? Vedas say very clearly, that is in Yajurveda, 40th chapter, 8th mantra. It says, Bhasvantam Shariram. So the Sharira, Indriya, Manas, it has an end in the ash. That's the guidance what it has given. So it's very clear, in the ash it has to be cremated, it has to be burnt down into ashes. That's the end of it. Any other method of disposing the dead body is harmful, polluting, and is not approved by the Vedas. They are very clear that it has to be burned down. What are the other ways? Let us compare for a while. Some people, they bury it. So when you bury a dead body, the decomposition is very, very slow. Very, very slow. So while burning a body, the whole body will burn down to ashes within a few hours, 2 to 4 hours. That's the end of it. And at ash, we can spread it on the land and it works as manure over. The whole process is over within 6 to 8 hours or maybe 12 hours. That's the end of it. But when you bury it, the decomposition of the dead body, as it is if you bury it in a coffin, it will be little, very little, it will take a lot of time to decompose. Maybe years, maybe decades even. Number one. Number two, if it is buried in the earth, then when the water of the rain seeps into the earth and reaches the undercurrent, it comes in contact with these dead bodies and the undercurrent of water will be polluted. Because it comes in contact with the dead bodies. That's another problem. In some groups, they have the practice of throwing the dead body into a river. And they say all the animals in the river, that is the fish and the other thing, they will eat away and they will clear it off. But that once again causes pollution of the water. In some groups, they build up a big structure, and upon the structure they place the dead body so that the birds, the vultures, they come and eat it away. There also pollution is imminent. They cannot avoid it. Because the vultures, they will not eat them very neatly. While eating, the particles of it, the parts of it, the dead body, it gets spread. The air is polluted. That's all the problems we have got. But when you burn it down, no such problem is there except possible air pollution. Except possible air pollution. Now, this process of disposing a dead body, they call it as an Antyeshti Samskara. Antyeshti Samskara. Ishti is Yajna, is another name for Yajna, Adhvara. Antya, Ishti is Antyeshti. That is the last one performed with reference to that Sharir Indriya Manas. Now here they prescribe this whole dead body has to be burned down by pouring equal quantity of ghee and herbal powder. It's not just to be burned down. If you just burn it down, once again air gets polluted. To compensate for the air pollution, you have to use almost equal quantity of, by weight, ghee, that's the clarified butter, and herbal powder. That has to be put. They say swaha, swaha, and perform it like an Agnihotra, like a Havan, like in this Homa, Ishti, and they pour this ghee and herbal powder and the body is burnt. Now what's the impact of it? Myself and many others, they have performed such Antyeshti in this way, and it is our very clear experience that even though we are by 5 feet or 6 feet from the pyre where it is burning, we get beautiful aroma and not the smell of the burning of a dead body. That aroma we are getting, which is so pleasing because there is that herbal powder and ghee. It's our experience. It can be proved anytime, anywhere. So that itself is a proof that it is not polluting the environment, but it is compensated by using ghee and herbal powder. It's not a bad smell what we are getting. It's a good fragrance. That's how the yajna is performed. Whenever we perform a yajna or Agnihotra, we don't get bad smell, we get good smell. We get beautiful aroma, fragrance. Yes, that's what we get here. So that is an indication that the dead body is burned down without polluting the air, or if it pollutes, that is compensated. This is how we have to do it. Then one more question comes in some places. Okay, you are telling use so much of ghee and herbal powder, but what about a poor person, a poor family? How can they manage it? Because nearly we require some 30 kilos of ghee and 30 kilos of herbal powder. Okay, for a middle class family or a higher level family, higher income group, yes, they can do it. But what about a poor family? Now further there is an answer. The disposal of a dead body is not the responsibility of that family, but it is a social responsibility. That's what it says. A social responsibility. Because the disease that can be spread by the dead body is not only for that family, it's for the whole society. So the whole society has to stand by and they contribute what best they can. Maybe half a kilo of ghee each, 1 kilo each, whatever they can. And they have to collect it and finally perform this Antyeshti. So that is not an issue at all. It will happen very easy. Generally what we do is when you are visiting some dead person, the family where someone is dead, generally we take flowers or a wreath as a mark of our respect. But we have to take a little of ghee, we have to take a little of herbal powder and contribute it. That is the right way of doing it. Because whatever flowers or wreath we take, it will be wasted within no time. You put it on the dead body, and once they remove the dead body, they will throw it away. It's a waste. Instead, if you take this ghee or herbal powder, yes, just before 2 days, that's on Monday, one of our family, not a known family members. One of them, they died. I had to go there. So I took half a kilo of ghee and contributed it. Like that, many people contributed and it was very fine. This is how I had to do it. Ghee and herbal powder is a contribution what we can give at the time of Antyeshti. So it will be used and it will burn down and the whole dead body gets burnt and no pollution is done. Finally, the ash, spread it on the land and works as a menu. Over. So once we do it at the crematorium, we come back, take bath and perform one Shanti Yajna. That is to boost up our spirits. And that is the end of, I repeat, that is the end of all the rites and no more rites are prescribed. Now one more question comes. Then what about the Sadgati of the soul which has departed? Sadgati means what about his journey? If we do some rites here, if we perform some rites and transfer our punya, transfer our good deeds, the fruits of our good deeds to that soul, it will help that soul. This argument of those people who perform so many rites after death. Vedas, we are very clear about it. It says, Mahimate anyena nasannashe. Mahimate anyena nasannashe. Your getting the fruits doesn't depend upon the action of others. Your karma and your karma phala, they are related, but the karma of X doesn't give phala to Y. That's what it means. Te mahima anyena nasannashe. Te mahima, your gain will not happen nasannashe anyena because somebody's effort. Everyone's effort and everyone's fruit is linked, but there is no exchange. Mahimate anyena nasannashe. Vedas are very, this is a part of the Veda mantra. So if they want the right journey after their death, they have to work for it when they were alive. That's all. Whatever they have done while they are alive only is responsible for their karma phala. Whatever we do will not help them in any way. It's very clear. I may do any number of rites, but whatever I do will give me a result to me only and not to the departed soul. The departed soul, all the connections it had, it's all cut, severed, it's gone. As long as it is in the Sharira Indriya Manas, all the relationships are there. Father, mother, brother, sister, everything. Once it leaves the Sharira Indriya Manas, there is no relationship whatsoever. It's all gone. That's what another Veda mantra says. Namostute nirrute tigmate jaha ayasmayan vichirta bandha pashan. It says whatever relationships we have built up, it says like shackles out of iron. Iron shackles, with iron shackles we have created so many relationships. Once death comes, all those shackles are cut down instantaneously. Is there? Yes. Once the soul gets out of the Sharira Manas, it is no father, it is no mother, there is no relationship to whatever it had just a moment back. It was telling my house, my children, my this, my that. All that is cut in instantaneously and nothing is it's gone. And that is death. That is death. What causes it is death. And it will happen one day or the other. So what they see is, okay, relationships are important, we have it, but have it as Padma Patram Ivam Bhasa. That's another thing. It's not a Veda mantra, but somewhere it says Padma Patram Ivam Bhasa. Like a droplet on the leaf of a lotus. Lotus leaf, upon it there is a drop of water. Yes, they are in contact, but the small viscous layer because of which the water droplet will not get connected to the leaf. It will be on the leaf. It will be like a pearl moving on it. That's how we should lead our life. We are there in life. We are having all the connections, but all these connections we know will get cut down one day and we are not too much attached. We are there as though we are not attached. It is detachment in attachment. The very sentence appears as paradoxical, but that is the real thing. We are detached in attachment, or we are attached in detachment. Anyway, it's okay. Are you attached? No. Are you detached? No. You see, it's a no for both. That is the position where we are detached and attached, or attached and detached. Only then it will be comfortable for us at the time of death, not otherwise. So when they were attached, they had a lot of things to do, and they said, mine, 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 this is mine, this is what I'll do, this is for me, everything. Now whatever they have done during that, the result of it, they will bear it after their death. And whatever others do will have no implication on it. Whatever they do is for them. Okay, my father is no more. In the name of my father, I do a good job. Fine. Who will be benefited? Not the father. Because father is not there, because the soul has departed. Once the soul has departed, there is no relationship as father or mother. It's gone. In the name of the father, whatever I do, while I am living, the fruits of it I get, not the departed soul. So this is a very, very clear understanding that we should have. So Pitru Yajna means serving them when they are alive, taking care of them while they are alive, with our own hands, and showing our love and gratitude to them, and getting the acknowledgement from them that, yes, you have done so much service to me, I am satisfied, that is Tarpana, and whatever you have done it with dedication, that is Shraddha, over. And once they are dead, we dispose of the dead body and everything is over. Because whatever you do later, it has got nothing to do with the departed soul. Because it is no more related to us. All the relationships have been severed. Ayasmayan Vichruta Bandha Pashan. Ayas means iron shackles. All the iron shackles are broken instantaneously. It's gone, no relationship whatsoever. Because all the relationships we speak of, maybe father, mother, brother, everything, it's all due to the Sharira Indriya Manas only. If Sharira Indriya Manas is not in the picture, we cannot define any relationship. Just an example. Say we call a person as our mother. Why it's a mother? Because that mother is partially responsible for the creation of the Sharira Indriya Manas. That's why we call it as a mother. Why we call it as father? Because it's partially responsible for creation of the Sharira Indriya Manas. Why we call a person as our elder brother? Because the same Sharira Indriya Manas in the form of father and mother were responsible for creating a Sharira Indriya Manas earlier to my creation. So it's an elder brother. To take any relationship, it has to be defined using Sharira Indriya Manas only. If you leave Sharira Indriya Manas, we cannot define it. Why we call a person as aunt? Because it is a Sharira Indriya Manas which was created earlier to the Sharira Indriya Manas of my father by the grandparents using their Sharira Indriya Manas. All definitions of relationship has to be in terms of Sharira Indriya Manas only. Once the Sharira Indriya Manas is gone, all relationships are gone forever. This is what we have to understand. It's very tough to understand it. It's very tough to digest the concept, but that is the truth. We have to take it. So once the soul has departed from this Sharira Indriya Manas, there is no relationship whatsoever. It's neither the father and not the son. There's not the mother and not the son. There's not the elder, nothing. It's all gone at one stroke. So we have no responsibility to do anything for the sake of the departed soul. Then what about its future journey? It all depends upon its karma when it was alive, and that's the end of it. We neither can add anything to its karma or karma phala, nor we can delete anything, transform anything. It's beyond our scope. Therefore, Vedas are very clear that no rites have to be performed after the death, except that Antyeti Samskara, that is the disposal of the Sharira Indriya Manas, the decaying part. Then one small question comes. Okay, the departed soul while it was alive was doing some good jobs. Now its death, all those good jobs have stopped, have come to a halt. Then the people who are living now, who had some relationship with those departed souls, yes, they can continue those good jobs. That's fine. There is nothing that we can give to the departed soul to alter its course. Nothing is there. But whatever good jobs it was doing here, that we can continue. Because they are not there to continue. Now that is very practical. If they were not doing any such good things, okay, you can start something in their name and do it. So in the death of every person, some good job will be started. A good job, what they are doing will be continued. Yes, that is fine. That's fine. It's the best what we can do. Handling the karma phala of the departed soul is totally meaningless, unimaginable. Because there is no relationship at all once it leaves the Sharira Indriya Manas. All the relationships are there only when the soul was in the Sharira Indriya Manas. Once it's out of it, there is no relationship at all. It's gone. It's a tough thing to understand, but that's the truth. That's the truth. This is about Pitri Yajna. So once we dispose of the dead body, that's the end of it. While they are living, we have to serve them, we have to take care of them, we have to reciprocate the love what we had received from them and see that they are satisfied. And all that we have to do with a lot of Shraddha. This is about Pitri Yajna. Now whatever I have told you about Pitri Yajna, they are all mentioned in the mantras which we chant in several places, and in particular the Antyeshti Samskara. In Antyeshti Samskara also we chant so many mantras. There also these things are highlighted. And unfortunately, the Purohits and people who chant these mantras and perform this Antyeshti Samskara are ignorant of the meanings. Just chant it and do it away. But if you understand every mantra of it, yes, a lot of things we understand, a lot of things we get it. And whatever I've been telling, it all taken out from those mantras, from the Antyeshti Samskara and elsewhere in the Vedas. And I promise, every word what I have uttered now, it's not mine. It has got an authority of the Vedas. With that only I am telling. Then the last yajna, we have discussed about Brahma Yajna, where we try to expand our horizon of knowledge. Deva Yajna, where we offer certain things to fire for the purification of the environment every day. And Pitri Yajna, we have discussed just now. And Atithi Yajna, that's to keep our doors open for knowledgeable people to get in and serve them and finally get their knowledge and experience, which they are bound to share. And the last one we are not discussing now, that's Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna.
Sharmaji.
Bali Vaishwadeva. Yes, please.
Sharmaji, 2 questions.
Please.
Okay. Firstly, you said herbal powder. What do you mean by herbal powder, Sharmaji?
Herbal powder. So anything which has got a medicinal property, anything which has got nourishing quality, you can take it as a herbal powder. It could be different from in different places, because geographically we are placed in different places. Maybe I say here neem is good. Maybe you don't get neem elsewhere. Doesn't matter. You may get something which is nutritious, which is having medicinal property. So that herb you can use. So maybe I say here Amrutaballi. Okay, I get it here, very easy for me. But it's the Amrutaballi or Giloi, what they call in north. It may not be available in some area. It doesn't matter. Maybe they have got some herb which has got the medicinal property or the nutritious property. That's okay. Maybe here I say this till or what is called as the sesame. Sesame I may not get in some places. It doesn't matter. You may get some other grain which you regularly use for your food. That means it has got some nutritious property. You can use it. The parameters are the one what you use as herbal powder should be having medicinal property. Number 1 should give the nutrition. Anything. Maybe tapioca, for example. It is available in one area very much. Okay, fine. Spinach, fine. Maybe the words are different. But if these things, they give nutrition, if they have got medicinal properties, excellent. You can use it.
Okay. Also, Sharma ji.
Parameters are it should have some medicinal property and it should be nutritious. And that will compensate the air pollution which may happen.
Oh.
Then another question.
Another question. Could you please repeat this mantra again? Swadha manupuna garbhatva me.
Swadham punar garbhatvam erire.
Me nire.
Swadham anu punaha garbhatvam erire.
Erire. Astu.
Erire. Swadham anu punaha garbhatvam erire. Garbhatvam is getting into the womb. Garbhavasa. Garbhatvam erire.
Erire means what?
Erim seeing gatav.
Astu.
It gets it. It moves. Punaha garbhatvam erire. Swadha manu. Swadha means dha is dudhai dharana porshanayeho. Swadha, what it can bear. That's according to its karma phala. Anu, in accordance with Swadha manu. Punaha, again, garbhatvam. Getting into the womb. Erire will happen. Swadha manu punar garbhatvam erire. You said two questions. One is over. What was the other one?
These two. This one and the herbal powder.
Oh, okay. Herbal powder, I'm not going by the name. I'm going by its quality. That's that which has got medicinal quality, that which has nutrients. That's the end of it. If it's there, whatever is available locally, having these properties, we use it. And once again, I'm telling this ghee or clarified butter. Maybe in some places it may not be available. I don't know. But there they'll be using some oil which has this medicinal property which is healthy and nutritious. That oil can be used, need not be ghee.
Okay.
Ghee we are very much used to. Now I told you ghee doesn't mean only, ghrita doesn't mean only this clarified butter. Ghrita is something which is viscous in nature, oily. Sneha, ghriksharane, which drops down. It doesn't flow straight. What which flows straight is water. Its viscosity is at a particular level. When you take an oil with water, the oil will fall down drop by drop by drop. That's got a higher viscosity. So anything that has got a higher viscosity, which is oily, is required for burning. It could be anything. It may be ghee. If cows are available and if you got ghee, you use it. Maybe in some places you don't have cows, doesn't matter. But there is also you use some viscous material for your living. Use it. So we have got such different meanings for that. The basic meaning of ghrita is that oil which is viscous in nature. And ghrita is also means that friendly nature. It's not a thing at all. It's a nature. Ghrita, sneha. We use the word sneha or friendship where they get attached. That's also called as ghrita. Ghritena vardhayamasthi. We shall progress with the help of ghrita. Two meanings. Physically, we shall become healthy and lead a healthy life with the help of ghee. That's one. We shall also progress because of our friendly nature, because of our friendship. Ghritena vardhayamasi. Both meanings are there. So by understanding the word at the basic level and finding out its basic meaning, the primary meaning, yes, a lot of things we can do. That's what I've been stressing again and again. If we go by the basic meaning of the Vedic word, yes, it would be wonderful. Secondary meaning, tertiary meaning, okay, that's all right. I'm not denying it. But at certain places, that secondary or tertiary meaning will not hold good. We have to go by its primary meaning. And that is based on the dhatu and the root. Ghriksharane. Ghriksharane. That which moves as a droplet. Ghriksharane. And once the drops start falling, then a chain will be created. You see? A thread-like thing. So the drop which is heavy, it falls down and it is thread-like. It's a continuous thing. It's not a flow actually. It slowly drops down. You see, when you absorb a droplet of a water, a droplet of an oil, you'll know the difference. That is charana. That's called charana. Ghriksharane. From that comes the word ghrita. So the primary meaning is friendship in the adhyatmika level And at the adhibhausika level, it is an oil or something which is having viscosity. Okay. Then Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna. Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna is dependent on the concept of sharing. Sharing. God has given me so many things. I am not the owner of it. This you should be very clear. Whatever we possess, we are not owners of it. Because while coming to this earth, while taking this birth, we didn't bring all of them. Or at the time of death, we cannot take anything. Either we brought it or we are going to take it out. That is, we are given so many things in this life. We never brought it, we are not going to take anything out of it. Now, what is given to us and what is with us, which we never brought nor which we never take, we say we are trustees for it. We are not owners of it. We are trustees. Maybe a house, maybe something, some wealth, some possession, some material, whatever we have got. We are all trustees for it and we are never the owners of it. If we were owners, we should have brought it and we should be able to take it. But that will not happen. We come barehanded, we go barehanded. This is a great realization that we should have. This is a very important thing. There is a small anecdote related to Alexander. You must have read it. Alexander, he was so ambitious. He wanted to conquer the whole world. He did so many things. But by the end, when he was about to die, he realized that his ambition was meaningless. He thought, I should have lived with love and harmony instead of waging wars. And whatever I have earned now, the whole wealth will never come with me. So that was the realization he got. And he asked his people, once I am dead, take my coffin in such a way that let my hands be shown outside the coffin which are bare. So that people will get a message. Even the great Alexander could not take anything with him. He went barehanded. It's an anecdote what we have got. That's the truth. That's the ultimate truth. Now this anecdote of the Alexander is wonderful because he was so ambitious, but he could take nothing. When a speck with him, his hands were bare. The great wealth he had, he left it all. Now what does it imply? It implies that we are not owners, we are only trustees. So to understand this concept of trusteeship in place of ownership, yes, the way we look at life will be totally different. And the sense of sharing with others who are less fortunate will develop in us. We are not owners. Maybe certain things are in my hand. It is for sharing with others who are not able to get it. That sharing is what is there in Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna. We share whatever we have with those who are less fortunate, for orphans, for disabled, for handicapped, who have got a lot of problems and they cannot earn their living. Yes, there are so many such people around us. So we have to take pity upon them. We have to understand their difficulty and thank God for He has given us something which we can share and happily share with them. They teach it at every step. That too, while performing yajna, in particular they say, Swaha, Idanna Mama, this is not mine, I have given. You see, we use that Idanna Mama hundreds of times. Hundreds of times. It's not just a chanting, it's not just a sentence. It means our detachment and our capacity to share it, our responsibility to share it with others. Idanna Mama, we have to give it. So that sharing with others who are less fortunate is Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna. Those who are disabled, those who have got, say some people are there is nobody to look after them, they are old, what to do? They are not our Pitru, doesn't matter. Our Pitru comes under Pitru Yajna, those who have helped us. That's okay. But these are old people who need service, who need some support, who are not in the ambit of Pitru, they also have to be taken care by us. That comes under Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna. Those who are related, those who are done, to repay them is Pitru Yajna. But here, we are not repaying, but we are giving our best to them to help them to lead a better life. That is called as Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna. Here also it is giving, it is sharing, it is serving them. Now is it restricted to only the human beings around us? No. We have to take care of different other creatures also apart from human beings. maybe other creatures like animals. Okay, there are some animals which are taken into our family as pets. Fine, that we do. But there are so many animals which are not taken as pets. They have to fend for themselves. Do something for them. Do something for them. Share. Now what they say in Baliveshwadevayajna is one simple example. Put a morsel of food outside your house every day before you take food. So some animal, some bird, some insect, it will eat and it will have its living. Share it. By sharing just one morsel of food every day out of my food, I will not die hungry. My wealth will not get lost. It's a very simple thing which I can share. It's possible. But that one morsel of food will feed so many creatures, so many such chicks. It's a great contribution from me to the environment around. Feed them, give them, let them live. So that concept of let them live in my mind helps me to live happily for a longer time. The moods what we have got will definitely create what I am and my future. So give it. Give it to the stray dogs, stray animals, what you can. And those who are disabled and those who cannot earn their living, give them. That's known as Bali Vaishwadevayajna. And do it not once, Be doing it again and again and again. The best thing what I prescribe is before you take your food. Before you take your food, a part of it you share it with them. Maybe there's an old age home. Go there, sit with them, have one food with them, and you sponsor that food for the day. Fine. That is, they are teaching us to share and live. Now that sharing and living, that sharing and loving is a human way of life. You can call it divine also. The only when we practice these human values in our life, not talking about it, not writing about it, but practicing it. Yes, it gives us a beautiful composure. It gives us a beautiful way of life to us and gives us all the peace. You'll really feel happy and satisfied that we have been the cause for the happiness of other creatures. So when we have that attitude of sharing our happiness, sharing our possessions with the less fortunate, that very attitude is a positive attitude and that keeps us healthy and live long. By doing a good thing, we also share that good thing. If we think back, if your thoughts and attitudes are negative, before it harms anyone else, the first person who will be targeted is our own selves because of our negative thought. The whole concept of the Vedic guidance is to think positive, to talk positive, to act positive. So that positive thing is supported at every point, in every mantra. There is no negativity at all. If there is any negativity, yes, we pray God to remove that negativity. So in this Bali Vaishwadevayajna, whatever we have, we share it. To the best extent that is possible, we share it with others who need it. That's a very important thing. Just because I am asked to share, don't share it with those who already have. If you feed a person who is already fed, is meaningless. They are full already, they are satisfied. They do have whatever they want. Don't give it to them. But generally what we do is we give presents and other things to those from whom we expect something, irrespective of whether they deserve it or not, whether they are in need or not. The basic principle for this Bali Vaishwadevayajna is give it to the needy, underline, give it to the needy to the best extent possible and expect nothing. Expect nothing. That's Bali Vaishwadevayajna. Give it to the needy at the right time, what they need, in the right proportion, to the best extent possible, and expect zero. Expect nothing. And feel that it is your duty to give. I'm not obliged to give. It's my duty to give. I have to give it. It's my duty. I have to feel like that and give it. Only when we give with that sense of duty, yes, there can be no expectation. We never expect anything. It was my duty, I gave it. It's the end of it. Idanna mama. Now that is Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna. Please just imagine for a while, if everyone feels this and share whatever they have got with less fortunate, can there be anyone without food? Can there be anyone without shelter? Can there be anyone without clothes? All the crime what we are seeing, most of the crime is because the people who are less fortunate are not getting it. And they want to get it by hook or crook because it's a question of their survival. They want to survive. So they want food. If somebody gives, that is excellent. If they can earn, that is excellent. If both are not possible, they have no other go than to steal it. They have to commit crime. Now, crime most of the time is there in the universe, in the world, because of those who have been exploited, those who don't have even their basic needs with them. But if the sharing principle is there with all the people, yes, the whole world can have or can look forward for a better world, where everybody gets their basic needs and can be comfortable and happy. I'm not telling give it to those people who are lazy. No. Many people are lazy and they will always depend on somebody's charity. No, I'm not speaking about them. I'm speaking of those who are really not able to fend for themselves. Give them. They'll be happy. And that we have to give wholeheartedly and say, Idanna mama, it's not mine. We have to give it and forget. And whatever we have received, you see, on the contrary, whatever we have received, we should not forget till the end. Yes. Now, this is the true principle of living together. That's the true principle of social living. But what we do is totally the opposite. Whatever receive, we forget. And whatever give, we remember and keep on reminding. You say, I gave you this, I gave you that. So you keep an account of it. That's not the way. It should be totally the opposite. Whatever we give, we should forget it the very moment. Whatever we have received, we should not forget. All these principles are understood under that Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna. So Brahma Yajna, Deva Yajna, Pitru Yajna, Atithi Yajna and Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna. These are the 5 yajnas that a householder is specially asked to perform. And some people are exempted from it. Now those who don't have family at all, say for example, Brahmacharya Sharma. Now they are also asked to perform this Brahma Yajna, that is improving their knowledge and learning. Yes, that is their main thing. Pitru Yajna they are not able to do because they are not with their parents. So they treat their teachers themselves as their parents and serve them. There's a slight modification in that. And these Brahmacharis, they cannot do Atithi Yajna because they are in a Gurukula. So the head of the Gurukula will take care of it. So they are not exempt, they are exempted from Atithi Yajna. Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna, they do it. They can do it. Before taking food, a part of it they can share. That's possible. That is why in every Gurukula there is this Go Shala. And they have got different herds of animals they take care of. The responsibility is given to the Antevasi. Antevasi means ones who lives in the Gurukula. Now for a sannyasi, Brahma Yajna is compulsory. What can you do with this Pitru Yajna? He has left all relationships, all duties he has performed with reference to Pitru. Now he is free. No Pitru Yajna for him. No Atithi Yajna because he has no house of his own. And for doing this Daiva Yajna or Deva Yajna, he needs materials and has to carry them. So he is exempted from that. He participates wherever it is there. And Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna, he can perform work. Before eating, he can share a part of it. So according to their ashrama, certain things are there and they are exempted from certain yajnas. But as far as Grihastha is concerned, all the 5 he has to perform. For a Grihastha ashrama, all the 5 is a must, compulsory. Pancha Maha Yajna. Now the mantra what we are discussing, it says, Ma Yajnam Himsishtam. Ma Yajnam Himsishtam, Ma Yajnapatim. That was the mantra what we are discussing. From there we diverted to this. So let these yajnas be respected, be understood, be valued, and let these not be troubled, let these not be hindered. Let these yajnas happen smoothly. And the one who protects these yajnas is called as an yajnapati, All the 5, if I am speaking of, it is the Grihastha Grihini, let they also be protected. Because if you protect the Grihastha and Grihini, they will perform these yajnas and in turn the society will be in a welfare condition. Ma yajnam himsishtam, ma yajnapatim. So the sentence is too small. Ma yajnam himsishtam, ma yajnapatim. Just 5 words. But the depth of these 5 sentences, yes, we have to discuss for 2 classes, and that too subject to my limitation. There are so many other things to be understood. So that is the style of Vedic language. Though the number of words what they use is less, the meaning what it conveys will be too wide and far, too deep. So that's the beauty of Vedic language. Okay, this is the end of this session, and in next session we will see what happens. Right, thank you.
धन्यवाद.
If you have any questions, please
Namaskar.
don't hesitate to ask it. Note it down and ask. And to the best of my capacity, definitely I try to answer it. If I'm not able to answer, we will all together search for the answer and get it. It's always open. Okay, thank you very much.